Hi, I'm Troy Brown with eXp Realty, and this is my sidekick, Bo. We're just sitting out here. So I live up in the White Mountains of Arizona, Sholo, Arizona, Lakeside, Arizona, Pine Top, in that vicinity. And just want to make this video explaining why I joined eXp Realty. So I guess you got to ask yourself first, what do you want? What do you want from your real estate business? What do you want to accomplish? What are your goals? But so often it's overlooked when you're making those plans, you're making your business plans and everything. You forget to ask yourself, what's your exit strategy? Okay, you need an exit strategy. So you've got a lifestyle, you've got this picture in your mind that you've painted, and you want to achieve that. Okay, well, been there, done that. And I have to say that in my nearly 21 years of being in the real estate business, I've seen a lot of business models. I've been selling under many brokerages, many different titles, uh, Remax, Keller Williams, some mom and pop shops, um, and things like Home Smart, etc. And I've enjoyed little bits and pieces of each of those brokerages, but in so many ways they, in my opinion, and I'm not bad mouthing, I'm not dissing on anybody, but they kind of fell short. Okay, they did not allow me to answer that question or come up with a solution to an exit strategy. However, eXp Realty has. You know, I can't even fathom the manpower, the hours, and the dollars spent in order to build this cloud-based brokerage and the business model that it has to offer. I was just talking to someone yesterday who dove very deep into eXp Realty, and he called his wife and he says, honey, we're making this change today. Okay, so I'm not trying to sell anything here. I just want to share with you my opinion from my background. I've even owned my own brokerage at one point in time, and I sold it just before the housing crash back in '06. And long story short, I'm here to tell you that eXp Realty has a lot to offer in the way of support, in the way of training, in the way of building more income, there's more revenue streams. There's just so much more to it. The platforms, the technology that they've linked up with one another, that they allow us to make our transactions a little smoother, more cost effective, more time effective, more efficient, happier clients. I mean, it sounds like a win-win, right? But so I have a team, and it's called the Bald Guy Team. I wonder why. But on my team, we're very much about giving back to our community. I am very passionate about every member of my team making a good living, enhancing their lifestyle, and being successful. And so I work very hard on that. And eXp, with their support and the collaboration, can I say that single word in and of itself, collaboration, is the key to unlocking one's potential in this industry. What do I mean by that? Well, let's just say I had my license with XYZ Realty, okay? And I were to approach one of my fellow agents or fellow realtors in that same brokerage, and I were to ask them, hey, how do you get all your listings? Hey, do you have a buyer packet? Can I see it so I can create one for myself and my team? What do you think the response is going to be? And rightfully so. The answer is going to be, you know, I really worked hard on that. I don't feel comfortable sharing that with you. And you know, you have to respect that response. They did work hard on it. They probably got hours and time and printing and delays and all this tied up into that particular example. And yet, because they view you or see you as competition, okay? But not with eXp. The way that model's built, and so many people think that, okay, the only reason someone's calling me from eXp is because they want to attract me over to eXp Realty. Well, that's not the case. I've always said different strokes for different folks, right? You've heard that before. And that's so true. You might not be a good fit for eXp Realty. You might be completely content where you are, okay? And that's okay. That's okay. I use an analogy. People ask me, hey, real quick, what's eXp Realty like? I say, well, let me give you a quick analogy. You remember Blockbuster Video, right? And how you'd go into the store, rent your videos, go home, watch them, and return them the next day or the 2 days following. And then who put Blockbuster Video out of business? Or let's just say, created an amazing challenge for them to survive? Netflix. Okay, they're all online, they're in the internet, they stream their videos and whatnot. No more having to drive down to the video store. No more having to rent something and watch it and return it. Now you can stream it right over your device, your phone, your computer, your smart TV, or whatever platform you're using. Okay, well, eXp is the Netflix of the real estate industry. It's all cloud-based. I can jump on a platform within eXp and talk to a team leader in New York City in mere minutes, face to face. Okay, and I'm not talking about Zoom. I'm not talking about, any FaceTiming or anything like that. And yet we have that technology as well, but we all do. But the collaboration, if I were to reach out to that proverbial team leader in New York City, and he or she had some time to visit with me, and I asked them certain questions. How do you get your listings? What lead generation tactics do you have employed that are really have a good return on your investment? Guess what? They're going to share that with me. Even in my local market, if I were to ask a realtor here those questions, they're going to help me. And I, in turn, would help them. Why? Okay, that's a whole different mystery. No, it's not a mystery. It's because we have revenue share. I help them, they help me, we help one another. It's one big family because eXp, in a roundabout way, is owned by its agents. Okay, so we all want each other to succeed because then we profit even more. Okay, so it's a little different platform. There's a learning curve, I won't lie to you. There's some things you have to get used to, but it's just like anything else. You trade in your car and you buy a truck, or you buy a different car or SUV, whatever the case may be. You got to get all accustomed to the new vehicle. There's no difference. However, I can call anybody, email anybody, text them, go into various communication platforms within eXp and say, hey, what kind of features on this car do I need to be aware of? And I'm going to get the answer, obviously related to real estate, right? So, just very, very happy with the decision I've made to bring my team over to eXp Realty. In that transition, I'll be honest, there were a couple of realtors that couldn't see the big picture. And you know what? I don't fault them. Like I said at the very beginning of this video, different strokes for different folks. I wish them success. If they called me today, I would help them any way I could. However, when they didn't come with me, it obviously put more work on me and my team manager and my wife, who's also a licensed realtor. But in the few weeks I've been with eXp, I've been able to attract different talent different levels of experience and different folks too who have been able to see the big picture. Okay, Bo, stay here. Neighbor's dog's barking. He wants to go play. But anyway, that in a nutshell is why I joined eXp Realty. Okay, and you know, maybe my having owned my own brokerage at one time and knowing the traditional real estate models that they still work today, but this is my business, right? And why do I work this business? Why do I work it so hard? I work it to enhance my lifestyle, prepare for retirement, and things of that nature. And eXp gets the vision. They understand the vision. So I came aboard because of the tools and the resources and the technology they have to offer. The collaboration's huge, but there's also another reason. Let's just discuss briefly the traditional real estate model where your broker gets 20% of everything you generate, okay? They call that an 80-20 split. And that's all year, every year, on everything you produce. So let's just say hypothetically you made $500,000 in commissions. $100,000 of that $500,000 is going to go to your broker. If you made $100,000 in gross commission income for that year, $20,000 is going to go to your broker. Okay? Are you ever going to get that back? Probably not. They might put a new coffee maker in the break room. They might get a new conference room table with some nice chairs. They might get the receptionist a new computer and such. But you're not going to get that back in the way of you and what you're trying to build and what you're trying to create, and nothing that will contribute to your exit strategy. Okay? You're on your own. And that's the truth of the matter. And when I had my brokerage years ago, same case, same scenario, you know. But anyway, that's just part of it. So with eXp, every anniversary year, we have a capping process, okay? So it's an 80-20 cap, 80-20 split to a $16,000 cap. Okay, so you think, well, shoot, Troy, you're spending $16,000. Yeah, but if I make $500,000, I'm not paying out $100,000. Okay, let's say I made $100,000. I'm not paying out $20,000 even. So last year with the brokerage that I was with, I ended up paying them $24,000 in transaction fees, E&O insurance fees on every transaction and what have you. And so I look at eXp, I'm like, 16,000, really? You just saved me $8,000. And I get so much more. Collaboration, right? Don't forget that. That's huge. That is so huge. However, that $16,000 cap, so that's eXp's money, right? I can get that back in the way of company stock. Okay? You're starting to see how everything's starting to connect. So I've got my commissions, I've got my company stock, I've got other income streams that eXp has worked so hard and so diligently to make available to me. And it's just a great experience. But I can get that back in company stock. What's all this all equating to? Think about it. What's this all equating to? This is equating to the implementation of my exit strategy. All right? I'm not that spring buck I used to be. I'll be 55 this year. All right? So I'm thinking, you know, I got another 5-10 years before I need to retire. I don't want to be. Have you ever been to a realtor's retirement party? Never. I know so many realtors that are in their late 60s, 70s, possibly even their 80s now that I think about it, that are still selling real estate. And you know, my hat's off to them because they're so passionate about what they do and they love what they do. You know, I'm passionate about what I do. I love what I do, okay? But if I can get that company stock and start accumulating some shares of stock in eXp, by the way, their ticker symbol is EXPI, in case you want to look that up on your E-Trade account or wherever you do your trading. But that's huge. So now I'm actually able to retire, prepare for retirement, enhance my lifestyle, spend more time with my family, and Bo, of course. Right, Bo? Yeah, he's laying down. But anyway, something to think about. Something to think about. And I hope you find this of value. And if you do join eXp, you know, I'm always here to help you too.